can tell when you're mad. Do you know how I can tell? Your eyes get big and they roll. When the kids see that in mama, they all run to the back room. I found out that white people don't wash their feet. I heard a comedian say that. And, and he said, and the comedian said, one comedian asked this other, do you wash your feet? He's like, no, I never wash my feet. I just get in the shower, take a shower, but I never wash my feet. And the other one said, I don't either. I'm like, wow. Isn't that amazing? Do you wash your feet? Yeah. You like go down there and wash them? Yeah, like in the shower quick, yeah. Oh. Are you surprised that white people don't wash their feet? Huh? They were lying? Those guys were lying? Good morning. Welcome to Fellowship. I'm Jesse Lee Peterson. Thank you all so much for being with me. You can get involved by going to our chat line on YouTube, and Hake will pass on your questions or comments to me, all right? Good morning, y'all. Good morning. How's everybody? Good. So here are the new rules. We'll start at 11 a.m. We're going to end at 12:30, and that's 12:30. We do the announcement, and we're out. So if you have anything to say, don't wait until 12:30 and raise your hand. You have to get it out as we start, all right? And what else? Blah, blah, blah. So I want to start out. Oh, I remember when English was very important. Anybody remember that? Who don't remember when English was very important? Everybody remember. So then what happened? Why did we stop speaking English right, properly? The internet? The internet made all of us stop speaking English properly?
Yes, I believe so.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Social media, internet, once the MySpace started and you got to interact with other people that had different slang and terms of words from their hood. So, yeah.
That's too bad, huh? Because I remember even when I was in high school, and I was in an all-black school, my teacher, Mrs. Tarver, she was our English teacher, she would not allow us to speak English in the wrong way. It was so important. And she used to speak it so well, I loved to hear it. But I forgot about it. I loved it. Now I went back to country. Are you disappointed that we lost that? Or do you ever think about it?
No, I do think about it, especially with the youth nowadays, the way they communicate to their elders. You know, I have young adult children, and their slang and terms when they speak to me, I'm like, can you put that in English for me so I can understand? So, yeah, it's a little disappointing.
We're losing everything that is proper and normal in our country. And I forget how it used to be because I'm used to it being all bad now. Isn't that amazing? Do you remember that when English was important?
Absolutely.
You do remember?
I sure.
Did you know we had lost it? Even white people don't do it.
Absolutely.
For the most part. What do you think about?
The issue is diversity and inclusion. Everyone wants to have a space here, and we are open to all of it.
I remember when they first started, all the different people coming, they wanted to pass a law that says English first, but it never did work. It didn't go through or something.
Yeah, English is not the official language of the United States.
That's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
A white lady taught me how to say ask. Because the blacks always say ass. And she was like, what? Ask. I forgot how they say it now. Let me hear you say it. Ask or ask. The black lady in the jacket.
Me?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I say ask.
Ask or at?
Ask.
Yeah. I used to say, when I first started radio, I used to say at. And this white lady like, you're not supposed to say ask. It's ask. I'm like, okay, I like that sound. Amazing. Anyway, any questions? Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I had a question. I had to write it down. Let's do my homework. So, why is it when I saw and accepted that A, I was retarded, I saw, B, I was crazy, led me to C, I know I'm dumb, and I'm at peace?
Because God said that when we confess our sin, meaning when we see the reality of what's happening inside of us, He will free us from it. But if we never admit in ourselves, you don't have to tell the world, but you, in your own heart, that you're evil, you're never going to be free. And every human being is evil. That's why you're able to see it. But if someone came along and tried to tell you that, and you didn't want to see it, it'd be a fight. But seeing it is what frees us up. And most people don't want to see. That's nice. Right on.
Thank you.
Seeing, you're welcome. Seeing is it. Anybody else? Right here.
Hey, how's it going, Jesse?
Hey, buddy.
So my question is regarded to relationships. 2024, it's pretty tough. And I have my own opinion as to why relationships don't work as well as they did in the past, but I wanted to ask you, why do you think relationships do not work?
Because men and women don't love one another, they hate one another. And when they meet each other, they're already screwed up from the home. And they get together and they're trying to get, one is trying to get the other one trying to get the other one to make them better, to save them, make them feel good. Or do what they want you to do, so they think that that's going to make them feel better, and it never works. They are angry, and we have angry relationships never going to work. Friendship, businessship, no matter what type of relationship it is. And men and women today are angry. They hate one another, and that's why it doesn't work. And if you notice, in all relationships, somebody is trying to control the other, and they're both trying to control. And you can't control another person. You can't change another person at all. And so whenever you try to change someone, it's just a war. A war began.
I was talking to my dad the other day, and my dad's from Nigeria. Both my parents are from Nigeria.
Right.
And he was offering relationship advice, and I couldn't help but to think that he was born in a different time as well as a different country, and things are different in 2024. So how am I to take his advice seriously, in a way, respectfully saying that, because, back then they didn't have phones. This is Nigeria in the 1960s. Things were different. They actually needed one another, but things have changed now. And I'm wondering whether or not it's worth pursuing a relationship, or you should just follow your goals or the things you want to do.
You should not pursue a relationship. It's abnormal to pursue one anyway. We should only seek the kingdom of God. We should only seek the truth, and the truth will add to us what we should have. But if you seek it, you put in that before the truth, and it'll always end up being the wrong God. It's never going to work. So you should not pursue a relationship at all. That doesn't mean if you're out somewhere, you meet some woman, you're like, oh, y'all want to have coffee? Okay, fine, but don't look at her as though it is, I'm looking for a relationship. Just hang out with another person and be fine with it. But never, your career or anything should not be before the truth. And in the good old days when boys were boys and men were men, women knew this and men knew it. And they would tell you, oh, you better put God first. It's not going to work. And women used to help, the older women used to teach the young girls that too. This is what you should do, take care of yourself. know how to do this. So if you do get married, you're not going to be fighting with the guy all the time.
Yeah.
I don't remember one time that my grandparents fought. Not one time. And I grew up with them. So don't pursue anything but the truth. Do you trust the truth?
I do.
And how do you know you do trust it?
When things come my way, I mean, like you say, you doubt every thought. And a lot of thoughts that I have are not true. So I don't engage in them. And I think that's an indirect way of trusting the truth.
And so when your father gave you his advice about relationship, you didn't take it?
I didn't. I couldn't. Because it resonated in my soul that just different, we're different people, you know?
Yeah.
And it's a different time.
Well, you're not different people. We're all the same all the time. It's just that evil is more pushed as good now than it used to be. Everywhere I go, they're telling you anger is good.
Yeah.
The churches tell you anger is good. The experts tell you anger is good, except my experts. But anger is not good, but it's pushed as good and it's evil, so evil is controlling things now.
Yeah.
Whereas before we knew not to be angry, but to love one another.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Did I see your hand? Yes, sir. Oh, hold on.
Good morning.
Morning.
I'm sure you can't answer it now, but can you tell me after the service how to make boys first?
Well, I definitely can't answer now. Yeah, I'll tell you afterward.
Thank you.
You trying to make a boy?
I hope to, but it's not too important.
It's not too important?
I mean, I'd like to be an alpha, but if God gives me a girl instead, then that's the way it must be.
But you prefer to be an alpha, make a boy first?
Sure.
All right. Did you know that? No. All right, I'll tell you after the meeting.
Thank you.
Amazing. Okay. Now everybody want to know. I get so many calls from people that want an email, want to know how you make a boy first. I'm like, I didn't know that was going to be that important. But I understand, because the weak men are making girls first. Sorry. Okay, the assignment. I want to get to the assignment for this week. How many know what the assignment is? Nice. Let me see your hands over here. Okay. Did you do the assignment? Okay, tell us what it is and what did you get from it? Yeah.
The assignment was noticing the different types of demons inside of you and what
Right.
you have. And I've had the same demon pop out just as of recently.
And what was that?
That would be a little bit of anger, fear, a lot of fear.
So the fear, the demon of anger.
Yes.
And the demon of fear.
Yes.
Okay. And what else?
And maybe even like us. This was very strange. Maybe like a demon of like just being jealous, like a
Demon of
jealous
jealousy.
feeling.
Yeah.
Yes.
What did the jealous demon feel like?
It still felt. I mean, a lacking. It was me not possessing something. Like I'm in lack, huge lack of something. Like not
Okay.
being enough.
All right.
Yeah.
And what else?
Those are the ones that really, really showed, like was more prominent. But yeah, because there was a lot, but I think it kind of falls under those tiers.
And so what was it like actually seeing those demons in you? Being aware of them?
This go time around, it was a little strange because some of those feelings now just kind of come out of nowhere. Like there's not even a correlation to maybe even feel this way. Like, why do I feel weird or mad at this? Like, that's odd.
And what do you do when you feel that way?
I take a moment, you know, I watch it pass, but I keep note of what was around when it happened or what might have triggered it.
Right.
Me getting upset or feeling that way.
How about the demon of when you used to date? I don't know if you date or not. Do you still date?
Not right now.
Not this morning?
I used to date in the past.
How about the demons of you would treat your other people nice that you run into, but then with your boyfriend, you roll your eye, you yell at him, you had no patience?
It was just,
Did you know that those were demons?
yes.
Two different demons?
Yes. Yes. That's why I think it's more of the spirit of fear of just like, I don't want this person not to like me because they don't have like any real reason to not like me. I don't want to start a bad slate with them, but with him, he's already a bad slate with me. So I'm okay if, you know, if X, Y, Z were to happen.
So you don't want the stranger to dislike you.
Right.
But with your boyfriend, you're already into it with
Right.
him, and you don't care if he dislikes you or not.
It's like, we're already here, you know?
What a mess.
But that's what I've noticed of like, oh my
Yeah.
God, what is that?
Have you ever wondered why that demon treat a stranger better than the boyfriend?
That has been the huge question. I'm not sure yet.
Okay, we'll tell you about it.
Okay.
Nice. What is it like for you knowing that in reality, what's driving you are demons?
It was, it's still kind of a thing that's unraveling for me. Because when I do experience these things, I have to remind myself, like, wait, that was really random.
Yeah.
That wasn't even me.
Yeah.
Whoa, what just happened?
Amazing, huh?
Yeah, it is.
Nice. Right here. You did the assignment, right? You raised your hand, right?
Yes.
Okay. And so how many demons did you see in you, the different demons you saw in yourself this week?
I saw several. Both the two areas where I really see demons would be when I'm driving and surrounding politics.
Surrounding what?
Politics.
Oh, okay.
So what I saw is, you know, I drive very fast and sometimes a little erratic.
Yeah.
And as I saw these different...
I can see you now.
And there was this one moment where I was driving this week and I was so in a hurry for no reason. I always leave an ample time to get where I'm going.
Right.
And I literally cut this guy off. I swerved and swerved. This guy, I saw him in my rear view mirror brake to avoid hitting my car. And what I realized in that moment is that it was so not me. Like there was absolutely no good reason for that to have happened. Yeah. And it could have, the outcome could have been an accident. It could have been.
You get shot.
Yeah, absolutely.
People are so angry and impatient.
Absolutely. So as the week progressed, I really looked at that and the political thing.
Before you go to the political, what do you call that demon that we're doing the driving crazy stuff?
Angry.
Okay.
Just angry and it was so profound to me because it was literally like I was not even in control of the car.
Yes.
It was like just something like I was driving like Mario Andretti for like it was just ridiculous. Yes. And I typically do that on a regular basis, and I'm like, well, I just like to drive fast. There's nothing wrong with that, but there's a lot wrong with it, and I really looked at that this week.
Amazing. I was riding with Nick this week. We went somewhere, and Nick was driving. I'm sure demons were driving. I was like, Nick, slow down. You drive worse than Billy. My engineer took me to the airport once, and it was a ride from hell to hell. They drive like really fast up on cars, and then they stop. And then they take off, and I'm like, what the? But it was demons. And the politics.
The politics, I don't want to get too deep into this because I know that we're not here for this. However, it's astounding to me how people are just so blind and cannot see what is right there in front of their eyes because of a brainwashing and indoctrination that's taking place. And I totally get it because I've been there. Yeah. So I totally understand it. So that was part of my dealing with that, just understanding that it's blindness.
So you got anger at them for not being able to see what's right in front of them?
Yeah, and then I'm on social media and I'm looking at different posts and I'm looking at the comments and I'm like, how could you be on this side of this? But, you know, that's something I've just really been looking at. So the way I dealt with that this week is I refrained from commenting on anything. I just would not let my fingers do any typing.
Nice. Any other demons you saw within yourself?
It is so interesting. I saw demons when you and your experts were having that conversation about the carts.
About the what?
I was so aggravated. Oh. I was just so aggravated at that conversation.
About the grocery carts. Okay.
I was so aggravated.
At what?
At that conversation.
Why?
Because, first of all, it's personal for me.
The shopping cart is personal?
It's very personal.
That's a demon.
No, well, can I explain why it's personal?
Yeah.
First of all, yes, people, please put your carts in the corral. I mean, seriously. It takes less than a minute. Why would you be so lazy and inconsiderate to not do so? And the reason, I've always done it. Like, I don't care where I am. I will trek all the way back into the store if that's what's necessary.
Amazing.
Less than 2 months ago, I have a cart, less than a year old. I literally watched a cart pummel into the side of my car. And now I have a nice little ding on my car. And I don't appreciate it.
And so you got upset?
Not
at that incident, but at the conversation and how...
Yes. I'm like, why is this even a conversation? Like, why don't you just walk your children with you to put the cart in the corral? It's literally less than 1 minute.
I agree that I'm always careful not, when I do leave the cart there, that it's on that line where someone's car won't get hit. But I ain't going back to no. One last thing for now. Do you see the demon of nice and anger in you? You treat some people really nice if they're nice to you, and when the others are not nice, you're mean to them.
No, I don't. No, that's something I don't struggle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no.
Right on. Good.
Pretty consistent.
Any other demons, real fast, that you saw in you?
I'm sure there are some, but because I'm so entrenched in the political thing and the driving, that's where I saw them most. That's what stood out to me most during the course of the week.
So why are you so involved with the political issue?
I just always have been. I've always loved politics since I was small.
Oh, okay.
So it's just always been something of interest, and I've always followed politics, but I'm realizing that I'm a little bit too attached to it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
The young lady behind you, were you here last Sunday?
No, it's my first time.
Oh, this is your first time here?
Yes.
Oh, well, welcome.
Yay.
What's your name?
I'm super excited to be here. Pleasure to be here.
Thank you.
I'm Christina. I drove up from San Diego. I'm originally from San Jose.
Right on.
Yes.
Do you have demons inside of you?
Yes.
And tell me about them. What type of demons do you have?
I have the road rage demon.
Yeah.
I have the anger demon, and the last one I'm a little embarrassed to say, but but because I'm a woman, I would say the sexual lust demon.
Amazing. And when you see those demons, how do you feel about it?
Well, obviously not good, embarrassed, especially in regards to the road rage. I really watched it this week.
Right.
Again, leave plenty on time. I just love to drive fast. I'm a little outspoken. I'm more outspoken, actually, when I'm driving and alone in my car.
While you're in the car by yourself, right? Mm-hmm. You're very outspoken.
Yes.
I can hear you now. What a mess.
Yes.
How long have you known that you had demons controlling you?
Since I've been watching you, which would be the beginning of February, I've really started to do the silent prayer,
Okay.
catch my thoughts, do all the things. But with this week, it's been more apparent.
Oh, nice. How do you feel seeing the demons? What is it like for you to see
Shocking.
that? Shocking?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shocking, a little afraid, because I was this person raising two human beings, and I wish I would have known of you many, many more years ago. So.
All right. Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Have you gone and forgiven your mother?
Yes.
How did that go?
So I initially did it last June. I have another mentor teacher that advised me to do that because he watches you. And at the time, I didn't know the weight and significance it was going to have in my life. So I did it, and I was super afraid. The conversation went very well. She did completely opposite of what I thought.
Yeah.
And said, wow, okay, thank you, basically.
Right on.
However, speaking of her, I am currently no longer speaking to her
Nice.
because something occurred in April. And I was questioning whether I should go and forgive her for this last action again.
Was it against you?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
However, after, listening to you and advising other people, I know that I do not need to forgive her again.
Right.
And it's best that I do not have interactions, conversations with her. She lives in Vegas right now, so thank goodness she moved out of San Diego.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Yes. And by the way, I have a lot of friends and family on right now, so hello, friends and family
Hi,
that are
friends and
listening.
family. You're hearing all her problems, huh?
Oh, yeah. And I also forgave my father, too.
Oh, yeah, how did that go?
That
But
went
let me just
really
say,
well.
you're right just don't be angry at your mother. She's crazy, she can't help it. And go on with your life. You don't need to be contact her anymore, anything.
And I haven't. The last time she communicated with me was on Mother's Day. And she was like, well, you didn't call me like you said you were. And I said, oh, I'm dog sitting. Happy Mother's Day, love you, via text. That was it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. And your father?
My father, yes. Hello, Father. I know he's watching. He still blames himself for my childhood.
For not protecting you from your mother?
No, for not being there. I was not raised by my father.
Oh, I see. Okay.
They divorced when I was 1. I am exactly like my father,
Nice.
which my mother hated
Yes.
very much.
Any child, male or female, that either look like the father or close to the father, your mother gonna give you pure hell.
And she did.
Isn't that amazing? Because she's jealous of that relationship between child and father. And she can't help it. That's the demons in her. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And so what did your father say?
He thanked me, again, for my words.
Yeah.
And again, even to this day, when he and I speak on the phone, he always blames himself and says, I'm sorry for this and I'm sorry for that. And I just tell him he needs to work on forgiving himself because I have.
That's right. And tell me you don't want to hear that every time you talk.
I
When they
You
said
hear
that
that,
much,
Dad?
they lying.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah. So my relationship has always been strong with my father, but since last June, it's progressively gotten stronger, even though he's in Colorado and I'm here.
Right on.
So
you're
yeah.
closer to him now.
Oh, I've always been closer to
Right
him,
on.
even though, I wouldn't see him for years or we wouldn't communicate often.
Are you married?
Nope.
Oh, okay. How do you have children then? You're not married.
I was married
Oh,
and
you don't
divorced.
have to be married to make a baby, right?
I was married and divorced very young. I got divorced at 23, married at 20.
Wow. Okay. Nice.
Yes.
One last thing for now. Have you apologized to your children for passing that anger on to them?
Yes, and I also made sure to tell them on Mother's Day that I did not deserve or need or require anything from them.
That's
The
right.
phone conversation was great. I did the best I could, and I do not need anything from them.
Right on.
And so, my relationship with my children has greatly improved. And again, like I said, I wish I would have known of you many years ago because my son is 27, my daughter's going to be 25, and so I'm trying to, converse with them differently now. And I'm
But
trying.
you realize you can't change them, though, right?
No, that's
They're
correct.
going to have to go through their hell so they can cry out to the truth, and the truth will do it.
Yes, and
Okay.
my son, unfortunately, was the type to live with females in my family, and his grandfather just recently passed a couple weeks ago, and he thinks he has to take care of his father, and I said that is not his responsibility,
That's right.
and he needs to start focusing and caring for himself. So that's all I
Amazing.
can say, and let him be on his way.
Let them suffer.
Yep.
Amazing. Well, thank you.
No, thank you. I really appreciate you.
You're welcome. Stay with it, stay with it, stay with it. No matter what happened, what situation come, you stay with it. All right?
Thank you.
Amazing. Anybody else here notice the demon did the assignment this week? This young lady and then here.
Dear brother, truckload, and I actually did this equation. So just Tuesday.
Yeah, your husband looked like he's just worn out.
Yeah, and there's a reason. Okay, so Tuesday, just by Tuesday, 259,200 demons.
Inside of you?
Yes, sir.
Well,
And this is how I came.
What
And then
the-
Sunday, today, I have 604,800 demons. And I'll explain to you how I arrived at the number. Okay, there's 60 seconds, right, in 1 minute. So I times that, times it by 60 minutes, times it by 1 hour, times it by 24 hours, times it by 7 days, you get your demons. So what I have listed here, it's just a fragment of,
yeah, well, don't give me the whole 265,000.
oh no, sir. I stopped, I had to stop.
Give me 3 of them.
Okay, so acceptance, that's a demon of acceptance, of me trying to be accepted by every which way of people who I admire. Teacher's pet, that's a demon I got.
You're trying to be accepted by others?
Yeah, I didn't even realize it. I mean, it could be the homeless guy or homeless woman on the street. It could be the person, that you or my husband, all of you here, trying to school you guys.
That's a good one. That's a serious demon.
For real,
Yeah.
like, and it's got so many faces, like, that dragon with all these heads, and then the competition. I see everybody as a competition, even and it's like even people who I love or who I don't, I see them as a competition. People who I think they know more or less than. It's just like, and
Another good demon.
yeah, and then this one is the illest. I'm trying to win the illest. Like, I'm just trying to be so cool, so and I was realizing that's the question you were asking about the English going, right? And it's like, no one wants to be an adult. They all want to be hip and to the trends, and and so they don't want to accept maturity. Everyone's walking around immature and then playing the victim,
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow. And I was trying to figure out what is the opposite of victim. And I was even asking my dear husband, Edward, husband, what?
Yeah, so he's not dear.
Well, I know because I look at him as a competition. I was like, wow, like.
You look at your husband as competition too?
I didn't even realize that until I was doing the homework, and it was just it broke my heart because then I'm like, you know, playing this part and like that I love him, but it's like, how can I love someone and look at them as a competition and you know, and trying to, and I'm like, man, that is wild, you know, and like that's why I'm like, man, I'm truly possessed, you know, but I'm possessed, but I am not possessed, you know, and it's just, you know, and I'm like always trying to win the fight, and I'm always fighting everybody, and I'm fighting myself, I'm fighting, you know, what Jesus, it's finished, and I'm fighting the truth, you know, and it's just like even doing that equation, like, you know, just trying to like, you know, be so real. And then I realized like, man, I'm just so inadequate. That's the thing. I don't want to accept the fact that, you know, of the truth that I'm inadequate, that I don't know everything, you know, and I'm trying to be number one, which I'm a loser. And when I was listening to Al Green this week.
Al Green?
Yes, sir. Like that's one of my
favorite. The guy with
favorite.
the grits thrown on him?
Which one?
Who was Al Green?
Al Green, the artist who then became a pastor. But I was listening to Let's Stay Together, the album.
Al Green had grits thrown on him, right?
Oh, did he?
Is that
I didn't
the
know
same
that.
guy?
I didn't know that gossip.
That may be his wife threw grits. It may be a different one. No, that's right. That's the right one? Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, one of my
no
favorite...
ideas for you, though. Don't do that.
Right, no.
Don't let that be another demon.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
One of my favorite songs from him is that, you know, how can you mend a broken heart? And it says, you know, how can a loser ever really win? And I'm like, man, like, I'm really in this spot where, like, I'm trying to be a winner. And, you know, like the biblical question, what are you trying to win? I'm like, wow, like, a loser wants to win, is obsessed with winning because they're a loser.
Yeah.
Right? And I was like...
Absolutely.
Right? And I was just like, wow, like, man, whoa, like, yeah.
Amazing. Stay with it, stay with it, stay with it. Really. And it's good that you're just seeing these things, but don't do anything about it. Just see them, and the Spirit of truth will take care of it for you. You just need to, as you're doing, you're coming out of denial about it. That's all you need to do is come out of denial, and the rest will be easy. That's amazing.
Thank you, dear brother.
Amazing. Don't be calling me dear brother. That sounds like church. But that's amazing, right on. Really. Stay with it. This young man in the black shirt, and then the guy way back, and then Raymond. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I would say that I've noticed probably the demon of ego being
inside of you?
Kind of the ringleader for everything else.
And what did it look like? What does it
encouraging.
Look like? I'm sorry?
Encouraging, because now I can see it.
Oh, I mean, like, what did the ego demon look like?
A concern, a paramount concern with myself, my interests, my needs. What do I want? What do I think I want? And then, like I said, I think it's kind of like a ringleader for other demons. Demons of fear, demons of anger, demons of insecurity. But it all kind of seems to go back to just the ego. You know, me, I'm important.
Yeah,
my thoughts and feelings governing my self-importance.
That's true. I noticed that a lot of people who want to teach, they learn the truth, and the first thing they want to do is run out and teach somebody the truth.
Yeah.
Those are ego demons as well.
I've done that several times.
Amazing.
Yep.
So what is it like seeing all this, really seeing what's going on with you?
Encouraging.
In what way?
Now I see it, right?
Yeah.
Before I was just ignorant and suffering and not knowing the cause. But now that I understand and I can see the demons, it makes it it's encouraging to know, like, I can do something.
Absolutely.
Which to me goes back to the biblical question, which is, what am I trying to do? Well, I want to be free of these attachments to the ego.
What are you trying to win?
What am I trying to win?
Yeah.
Freedom from myself, from my thoughts, from my ego.
Nice. Amazing.
Yep.
Is this your first time here?
Yes, it is.
Oh, what's your name?
Bruno.
What?
Bruno.
Oh, welcome.
Thank you.
Amazing.
It's wonderful to be here.
Right on. The young man in the glasses. And so you did the assignment.
Yeah.
And how many demons and what type did you see in you?
Way too many to count, but the ones that I did catch are of fear.
You make both of you. The young lady said she had about thousands of them, right?
Yeah.
But when you do wake up, you're gonna be surprised at the number of demons that lives in you, and they come in all kind of ways. You're absolutely right. A lot of them.
Yeah, and they look like, it just feels like somebody else is driving the ship, and I go from the driver to the passenger, and I float in and out of consciousness.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm realizing when I go unconscious, I know that there's a demon taking over, and it's telling me all these things, and it's almost like it's something that I've told myself since I was little, and it's on autopilot, and it just comes in and it repeats the same words, and the same feelings come, and it makes me want to do the same action, which leads into a bad result, and then I just do it again, and then I feel bad, and then I want to fix it, and then I want to do it again, and then I feel bad, and then it's like this back and forth.
I know what you mean.
So, but the biggest one that I noticed was just fear of speaking up, fear of taking control, and just fear.
And what do you think going to happen if you should speak up?
Well, what the thoughts tell me is that if you speak up, no one's going to listen to you. No one cares anyway. You might as well just be quiet, sit down. All this crap my mom told me.
Yeah.
So, and then, but then as I'm speaking up, I remember you say, like, just do it anyway. Feel the fear, do it anyway, and see what happens. Never happens whatever I think in my head. Every single time, it's always the opposite or just something that I've never expected. So I'm starting to have more of a wait and see. When that fear comes up, I relax, take a deep breath, and I go into a quick little silent prayer. I watch it, and then I do what I'm afraid to do anyway, and it never turns out how I think it's going to turn out.
Yeah, amazing, man.
Yeah.
You make a good point. I want to just make this point while you're there. When you see these demons inside of you, whether they're with fear demon or whatever, love demon or whatever, right? You got to stop responding to it. No response. And you got to leave, because what happens is, if you're not aware, when you see the demon of fear, right? The moment you see it, the thought will come, oh, I got to do this, or I got to do that. But what you don't realize is that thought about what you got to do is another demon. It is trying to tell you to do something, and you still believe in another thought. And so by you believing another thought about what to do about fear, then God can't help you. Because you're still, it's kind of what you were saying earlier, you're still listening to the demons of thoughts. But if you leave let's say this fear come, the thought and the fear come, and you're feeling it, you're scared. But if you don't go with another thought at all, leave a blank space, don't respond to the demon, period, you'll be saved from it. The truth, the light, God will save you from it. But if you keep listening to the next thought as to what to do about the fear, about the anger, whatever it is, he can't save you. You got to leave that blank space so you can be saved. That make sense?
That makes sense.
And if you notice, the devil always give you another thought. You can feel lonely. And instead of going into that dark hell of loneliness, the devil will give you something to do about it. Oh, make a phone call. Call your boyfriend, call your girlfriend, go shopping, go to the party. And all you're doing is listening to thoughts rather than leaving that blank space. And that's what it means to wake up, to leave that blank space so the truth can save you from it. Amazing. Just FYI. Go ahead. Any other demons?
I think anxiety is another one that I could think of.
Absolutely.
If I give it a name, it's just anxiety or worry. I think worry more than anything.
Anxiety is a demon.
And then I just start thinking about what could happen if I take an action or if I don't take an action. That's another demon right there.
Yes. You're making a horrible mistake having this relationship with thoughts. Children of God do not think. Do not live by thoughts. We live by the voiceless voice, not the thought voice. Do you ever get the demon of jealousy or envy or any of that kind of stuff?
Not as much as I used to, but yeah, yes.
It still comes at
Yes.
times. And what do you do when it comes?
Now I do absolutely nothing.
Right on.
If anything, I'm starting to go, because that was my worst demon at one point, and I feel like once I conquered that one, everything else became a little bit easier. But now when it does come up, I just face it, and I just say, well, whatever you think's gonna happen, if it happens, then oh well. And I just let it be.
Nice. Stay with it, man. Absolutely. Yes, Raymond. You did the assignment?
I did.
And what demons did you see, different demons did you see in you?
The biggest demons I see in me is the demon of anger or rage, as you call it, the demon of envy, and the demon of impotence. All these shows how pathetic I am.
What is it like? I'm almost afraid to ask you this, but what is it like knowing that you are pathetic?
That I feel there are times I don't deserve to live.
No, don't deserve to live?
Yes.
That's another demon.
That's another demon.
Yeah, I'm telling you that you don't deserve to live. The demon lets you see how pathetic you are, then it tell you, oh, you don't deserve to live. That's another demon. That's not God telling you that. Christ came so we could have life. He's not telling you that you don't deserve. Do you realize that?
Just now I realized that, because I always believe that either I'm good or I'm evil, and I don't see anything I've done in my life that was good.
You're neither good nor evil.
Well, if I'm not good or evil, what am I, neutral?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to laugh that hard. I don't know what that means.
Okay. I've been taught, like so many of us, I've been taught we have to be on one side or on the other.
Oh, I see. They lied to you.
Mm-hmm.
You're neither one of those. You're neither good nor evil.
Mm-hmm. That is.
And you're not neutral either. I don't know what that means.
Mm-hmm.
You're
What?
just blind.
I'm blind?
Yeah, because you believe those demons are you, to the point that you think you don't deserve to live. You're blind. If you were not blind, you would not be thinking those things at all. They would be a part of your nature.
All right.
So you're just blind.
Okay.
All right.
So I just keep watching the demons until and put some space between myself and them.
When you see those demons, go into them and watch them. Don't go with another thought about them. Go into the demon and watch them, and they will be taken away from you. The Spirit of God will fight for you. This is what God wants us to do. He said, come as you are, empty-handed. Come as you are. He wants you to come as those demons are doing this to you, so he can save you from the demons. Because we can't save ourselves. Of ourselves, we can do nothing. So we can't save ourselves. And so God is trying to save us from the demons, but we got to leave the demons alone so God can save us from them. You got to leave your anger, your fear, your doubt, your worries, your jealousy, your strife, looking for love and revenge and all that. You got to just leave that there, go into it. It's like going into a dark room with no lights. You got to be in that dark room and feel the fear and everything in that dark room, and he'll save you from it.
I think I felt the darkness just now.
Yeah, I wonder how you're shaking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
But do you understand? You got to feel it. Yeah. Do y'all understand that? You can't run from it. You got to go into it. You got to go into the darkness. Come as you are. You got to go into the darkness, and you will be saved from the darkness. That's what he's want you to do. It's a spiritual battle, and you can't save yourself from anything.
I see.
So next time you feel all those different demons, just know and go and feel them. But don't listen to a thought that say, oh, you might as well kill yourself. Look at here, you're no good, right? Don't leave that space. Don't communicate with the devil. Have no conversation with the devil inside of you or inside of other people. Don't argue with anyone about anything. If your wife says, oh, you don't love me, you're like, right, I don't. Bye. Don't go, oh, honey, I do love you. I'll show you. I'll go buy you some flowers. That's not it. You don't love me? No, I don't. Bye.
Yes. Okay. Thank you for that piece of wisdom. But one more thing. The song that woman, the woman earlier said, "How can you mend a broken heart?"
Yeah.
That was originally performed by the Bee Gees.
Oh, well, thanks. I appreciate that, Raymond. One thing about history, you know history, so I believe you. This young lady here want to respond about the demons she saw in her this week.
Hi, Jesse.
I'm sorry? Tell me the demons you saw within yourself this week. How many different demons and what did they look like?
There's definitely a narrator. There's fear.
Fear?
Uh-huh. And there's judgment.
Yeah. And what else?
I think the narrator is the main one.
I'm sorry?
That I see, the narrator. I can't really add more to that.
Oh. Are you a nice person to some people and not to others?
No.
You treat everybody the same?
Yeah.
Include your husband?
Yeah.
You treat your husband right?
Yeah.
You obey your husband?
Yeah.
You obey your husband?
Yeah. Why is that hard to believe?
Nice. Well, good. Okay. This young lady want to respond to all the demons in her.
Hi.
Hi. This your first time here?
He watches you at home, but yeah, it's our first time here.
But you don't watch it?
Not personally, no.
Ooh, she got a lot of demons. And why don't you watch it?
I sleep a lot, so I just like to sleep. That's the main reason.
You sleep a lot?
Yeah, we go to church at home, and then he comes back to the house and watches you, and I just go take a nap.
Oh, I see. Do you have demons inside of you?
Yes.
And what do they look like? Give me, name some of them.
I would say some is fear. I know we say that I'm a little hostile.
I'm sorry?
Hostile.
You hostile?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a demon.
And I am extremely protective. I've gotten a lot better in recent years, but I am still extremely protective, and I guess that's a little possessive, I guess.
Protected of what?
Just the people around me, the people I love.
Yeah, that's a demon.
Yeah.
Those are demons. Are you married? You guys married?
Just this last Saturday.
Really? Congratulations. And do you obey him?
I try to, yes. I don't think there's been much that I haven't obeyed yet.
And so do you obey him?
Yes.
You obey him?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. Is it hard to obey him?
No, he doesn't ask impossible things of me, so.
Oh, he's a beta.
He doesn't ask me to climb Mount Everest, that's for sure.
He does not.
No, he doesn't.
So he lets you sleep a lot?
I don't know about that. He drags me out of the bed a lot.
Right, so he married a lazy woman?
I clean and still, but I just like my napping. I don't go out and party or anything, so.
Oh, okay. Amazing. And have you gone and forgiven your mother?
My mother died when I was 17, so yeah, as I grow older, I see more and more, and I forgive her in my heart more.
Right. How about your father?
I like to think that I do. I don't hold anything from the past against him, so I think I have.
And did you tell him that?
No, we're not that kind of family.
What kind of family?
There's a lot of, I guess, silent talks between us. Like, I can just understand him, and he can understand me without having to say anything.
What do you mean? That y'all just get together, look at each other, and know what you're thinking.
I was always a daddy's girl growing up, so we just understand each other. I can understand his body language, he can understand mine.
Really? And so does he know that you have forgiven him?
I would think so. He knows I love him more than anything in the world.
And why not tell him you have forgiven him? Why not? God said to go to the person and forgive. Why have you done that?
I've thought about it, but I just don't think it'd be something he'd really be comfortable with, because whenever something goes wrong, he's never apologized. He just holds me and lets me cry, and then we just move on with our day. So I don't think he'd really appreciate being put in that kind of situation.
And so does God say go and forgive only if they're going to appreciate the situation?
No.
Well, how did you come up with that rule?
It's just how my family works.
But why? It doesn't mean you have to work that way.
Yeah, I know.
Especially now you're trying to, you just got married, he want a boy. And if you don't let that anger go, you're going to destroy his children.
Yeah, I've been thinking about not confronting my dad, but sitting him down and having that conversation. I just haven't built the courage to do that yet.
And it's not your responsibility for his actions. You're going to forgive so God can forgive you, change your heart, salvation of the heart, right? He want to change your heart from anger to love, which is evil. And you'll be fine if your father admit anything, fine. If he doesn't, fine. If he cry, fine. If he doesn't, that's his problem, not yours. Mm-hmm. You want to go free.
Yeah.
So you got to face him. Don't let the devil talk you out of it. Those are demons that's trying to talk you out of it.
Yeah.
That make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. Anything you've heard me say on the radio you disagree with?
I've heard just bits and pieces here and there that he knows will rile me up.
Like what, for example?
There's only one thing I can remember right now, and it was when a gentleman was talking on the microphone with you, and he was talking about struggling with wanting to stay alive and all that, and you just...
He wanted to do what?
Struggling to stay alive, and not really finding any reasons to stay alive. I can't remember exactly what you said, but in my mind I remember it as you just saying, well, go kill yourself then. And just that coldness and indifference to human life bothered me, so I just don't watch it too much.
I don't remember that conversation, but what was I supposed to say? If someone called up and said, hey, I want to kill myself, I don't have a reason to be alive, and I want to die, and I tell them, hey, get over the anger, whatever I may have said, and they insist that they want to die, what am I supposed to do?
I'm not too sure. Just the cold indifference is just what bothered me about it.
Yes. When God just let people commit suicide, right? You know he can stop them, right? He just let them kill themselves. Is he cold and insensitive?
No.
You accept that from God? That he let them die?
I don't think he was really able to control our actions. We're not puppets on a string, unfortunately, for him.
Who can't control your actions?
God, he can't control us like puppets.
No, he could. He could stop you from committing suicide if he wanted to. Because he has authority over the devil. The devil is not even a challenge for God at all. Mm-hmm. The darkness cannot handle the light. And so God will let you commit suicide, right? Look how many people committed suicide in the name of Jesus. Is he cold and careless and insecure or whatever?
No.
Oh, so you accept it from God, but not from me? Did you turn God off, radio off?
No.
Did you turn God's radio off, knowing that he let people die?
No.
Why you turn my radio off then?
I don't turn it off. I just keep to myself.
Don't be mad.
I try not to be.
All right. We're good. The young man behind you, then I got to move on here. How many demons did you see inside yourself this week? That was fun, huh?
I'm not actually sure. I mean, it was a lot.
Did you do the assignment?
Yeah.
And so give us examples of what you saw into the mic. Yeah.
Thank God it wasn't a complete catastrophe, but this week was one of the rougher weeks. And it was because of me. I mean, I was aware of this assignment, and it was like I was watching my life from the outside, and it was a mess. So I don't know how many, but I know that it was just a nonstop onslaught.
And what was it like seeing that for you?
It was rough, to be honest with you.
In what way?
I think at first I was like, am I really this out of control? Like I didn't like that feeling. Because I saw things coming, and it seemed like I couldn't stop it. Like, they were small things. It wasn't like the end of the world, but it wasn't ideal for me. It wasn't the way I wanted to live my life. I'm like, why is that happening, even though I know? And I even started my day. Don't get involved in this at work. Just ignore this. Couldn't do it. Got caught up.
And why were you not happy to see you that out of control?
Well, I wouldn't say that I wasn't happy per se, but I think I was more, I don't know, kind of overwhelmed, maybe. Like, man, this is how messy it is. This is what I got to deal with. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
But I have a question.
Yes.
So you're talking about not having thoughts and your relationship to your thoughts. Could that be almost like, because I was thinking of a Bible verse that I never really understood, and it was Jesus explaining, he was around a bunch of kids.
Can you turn the mic for me?
It was Jesus explaining, he was around a bunch of children. He said, in order to get to heaven, you got to kind of be like these kids. So I always translated that as being innocent. But if I'm going deeper, it almost seems like what you're talking about, not getting caught up in your thoughts, is a type of innocence. Is this related to what you mean?
100%. And when Jesus talked about little children, he wasn't talking about 12, 13, 10, 9, 8. He was talking about grown folks.
Right.
And he knew that the grown folks were like little children, lost and out of control, didn't know how to act. But a lot of people think that he was just meant little young kids. But he was talking about adults to 80 and 90.
Right.
Because they were like little children.
So also...
But yes, those if you stay with this and you stop communicating with evil, when the devil gives you all these different jealousy, whatever feeling come or thought about things, when you stop communicating with them and leave that empty space, he will come and take them away from you. You will be like a little child, and you will trust the Father.
Right.
But when you respond to evil, then you're not trusting God. You're a child of the devil, of evil.
Definitely. So I had another question, but I forgot. Sorry.
Take your time, no.
So is embarrassment a demon?
Yes, that's a demon.
Right. Because when I feel like maybe I had been living my life like this overall. This week was particularly bad to the point where even a couple of friends were like, man, this is not your week. And I thought, is this...
How did they know about it?
Just because everything that could go wrong, like a Murphy's Law, everything that could go wrong kept happening.
Oh, okay.
And it became obvious because we work in crews and people are like, man, there's some people were even laughing because it was like, of course, it's just your week.
Right.
And I think everybody has that week. But I was thinking, why is it the week that I get an assignment that's kind of, you know what I mean? Was that kind of not a coincidence?
So you can see how many demons in you.
Yeah.
Because I promise you, had not you listened to one demon in your mind, you didn't go with the thoughts at all, your week would have gone perfectly. You would still have seen the demons, but you would not have had a relationship with them, and your week would have gone perfectly. And those things may have still happened, but you wouldn't be bothered by it at all.
And I noticed other people's demons were having a party with my demons.
Yes, absolutely. 100%.
Okay.
Isn't that amazing?
You know, funny enough, I kept thinking of that word. Every time a thing would happen, my head would go, amazing.
That's right. Amazing.
Not for nothing.
Yeah. Well, do you understand now that you got to stop communicating with thoughts?
100%.
Yeah. If you want to wake up, you got to stop communicating with thoughts. God doesn't want you into communication. We have to talk to one another, right? In a conscious way, as we're doing right now. But He doesn't want you to be communicating with the evil. And evil will depart from you. Amazing. Well, stay with it, man.
Thank you.
This young lady dying to tell me, how many demons have you seen in you? Just this week alone. The last day or two.
I'm just gonna say one. Anger.
One, and who was it? What was it?
Anger.
Anger? Good. And what is it like seeing that in you, knowing it's the demon?
I don't like it because sometimes I don't realize like I'm going into like a rage. It just happens so quick. And then I reflect afterwards and just be like, I shouldn't have went that far, but I did. So.
Nice. Well, that's a beginning. What it is, the only reason you didn't realize how far you're gone with it, you didn't catch it when it happened. You were unconscious, so you didn't see it. So it took over, and it just added to you, you just took it all the way.
Yes.
Are you practice staying present? Like walking through rooms or getting in and out of your car? Are you doing those things?
Trying.
How's that going? How's that going?
It's okay. Just learning to just be aware a little bit more than.
Were you surprised to know that you were not aware?
Yes.
Yeah. Nice. Well, stay with it. No matter what, you stay with it. It becomes clearer and clearer and clearer. Any question about anything?
No.
Nice. Amazing. The young man here, the young lady, and here, in the middle, the black guy. But the young man with the glasses first. In the back. Yes, sir.
So I had a question. When you were talking to her, you said that the devil can't stand a chance against God.
Right.
So if the devil can't stand a chance against God, the darkness can't understand the light, but the light can overcome the darkness, then why is he so powerful?
Who?
The devil.
He's not.
But when he consumes my mind, my thoughts, the people around me, it's just everything that's going on in the world, he seems almighty.
But that's not power.
And what is it?
Deceit. He's that deceived you. That's why we're supposed to resist the devil. When we resist thoughts, we are resisting the devil. He has no power at all, zero power. He just makes you believe a lie, so you don't resist. This is why you got to resist the devil, he will flee. Resist the thoughts. And when you resist those thoughts, he can do nothing. He's been defeated. Christ said, it is done. It's over. That makes sense? You listen to the devil. That's why it looked like he's defeating you, and he's not. Amazing. The young lady, did you, in the back, the white one? Well, I think she's Mexican, but she thinks she's white.
Yeah, thank you,
Did
Jesse.
you know you married a Mexican? You thought you married a white girl? Nice. Did you want to throw it back?
I thought I was going to get citizenship, but...
He's like, I thought you were white. Did you watch the demons inside of you this week?
I did, actually.
Okay. What did you see? How many and who?
I think the ones that like just kept coming at me were anger. Anger was like the biggest one that was just like attacking me this week for some reason. Like anger, Anger.
That's it?
Yeah. Well, no, there's a lot more.
Okay, give me two more.
I guess deception was another one. That one was probably the hardest the hardest pill to swallow. I'm like, why? That one was really bad.
That's a deep one.
Yeah. And resentment was another one also that it was bad.
And when they came, what did you do? How did you deal with them?
So at first, I reacted on them, and I was able to catch it, but that reaction was it was blinding. I mean, I felt like I was just full of rage, and it just wasn't me.
Yeah.
And then finally, I had to catch myself, and when I did catch myself, and I went back into how I reacted, then it made me realize that was not me. It's literally the devil trying to take full control of me, and I don't want that. And it's so hard because I feel like it's so easy for him to do it, and it's so hard to catch it at that moment that I don't know. It's interesting. I hate it. I do. I do, because it's so easy to fall into these demons and let them out. And it's so hard to catch them before you react.
Yeah. How many people understand that? Yeah. Nice. You got to start. Here's what I recommend. This is what I've been saying all morning. When the demon of anger come, see that the demon of anger is there, but don't communicate with it. Don't come up with a thought.
Okay.
Don't come up with a thought, well, I need to do this or I need to do that. Because that's still a demon giving you thoughts of how to resolve the problem. He's only feeding you his life. He's lying to you, right?
Yeah.
So next time you see a demon of anything, see that you have it, relax in it, but do not come up with a thought about it.
That's the hardest part, to relax in it.
Yeah.
And I once I see it and I capture it, it's easier. But while I'm going through it, it's so hard to sit in it.
Yeah.
It's really hard to do that.
And only because you communicate with it and you think it's you.
Yeah.
Why am I recommending you sit in it and don't communicate with it?
So I could die from it, right?
Yeah, you're gonna die of the illusion that is you. The ego will die. The ego have you thinking that is you. So you're gonna see that anger really not you. It's an illusion, but you've been thinking it's you by calling it you.
Yeah.
I'm so mad. I'm so this. I'm so angry. I'm so this, right? Have you ever used the word anger without saying me?
No, usually I use that word I am angry. And I know I shouldn't.
Let me hear you say anger without saying me.
Anger?
Let me hear you say it.
Anger. Without.
Did you feel anything?
No.
We just said the word anger?
No, it almost sounded silly.
Let me hear you say, I am angry.
I am angry?
Does that feel like it's you?
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
If you stop using I, you'll be free. You're using the word, I'm mad, I'm lonely, I'm angry, I'm ticked, I'm looking for love, I need to get married, I need to have children, and you're calling the devil you. But if you use that word without attaching yourself to it, you'll be fine. That make sense? Did it help a little bit more? Stop saying me. And then you start crying, I'm so mad. They didn't treat me right. They didn't treat me right. There's no one there to treat right. How can you treat someone right that's not even there? And why do you want to be treated right when there's no you? It's an illusion.
Yeah.
Amazing, huh?
Yeah.
Is this helping a little bit? Anybody disagree with it or don't understand it? Oh, okay. Amazing. Are you done with that?
Honestly, sometimes I feel like I love it, that I have to like hold on to it, and I know I shouldn't. So I know I have a lot of work to do. I know that for a fact.
Yes. It's a lot of work. You got to work on you, work on you. You can't save the world. You can't save anyone.
Yeah.
You can only save you by working on you.
Yeah.
And all that has to die, the death is the illusion of this. Yeah. Anger has no meaning if you don't attach, I am angry. Oh, I'm so mad at that boy. Mm-hmm. I'm so ticked. Oh, sorry. If you said tick without saying I'm tick would mean nothing.
Yeah.
It's just a word. It's just thoughts. It's just a word. Isn't that amazing?
It is.
So watch that.
I will. Thank you.
All right. Right here. Man, time is going too.
I just wanted to make a quick comment.
Yes.
What I realized, so much opened up for me doing this assignment. And first of all, I appreciate these assignments because I had such a huge revelation in terms of how clever the devil is to cause men, some men, to relinquish their power to women. And it pertains to the driving thing. When I drive, when I'm a passenger in my husband's car,
yes,
I cannot tell you the number of bickering arguments that we've had because I'm like, well, could you just switch and go into that lane, or why are you only going 13? I'm looking, I mean, it's 13 miles, it's 40 miles down. But this week, I decided to not say anything. And it was so difficult, Jesse. Like, it took everything in me to just sit and be quiet. And what happened was I noticed this peace. Like, the first ride was awful because I really had to I really had to restrain myself. But like the second, third ride in, it was so peaceful. It was so peaceful because he's just taking his time. He puts on his blinker, goes in that lane. It's easy breezy. And I'm like, I am so wound up and creating all these issues, but these little bickering arguments culminate into huge, huge issues in a marriage.
It will cause a car accident. You try to tell them to do this and do that, drive that way and this way. Absolutely.
True. Like 5, 6, 7. I can count. I can't even count on my two hands the number of accidents I've almost caused this man to be involved in. Seriously. So anyway, just wanted to say that.
Right on.
Yeah.
Hake is like that. I hate driving with Hake in my car. I hate it. My demon hate it. Because when he's sitting over there and I'm driving, and he's like looking around. And then if I'm driving, you're going too fast. And when I'm backing up, he's looking back like he's backing up. I was like, what are you looking at? Well, I just want you to be careful. It's a drag. So if they're not driving fast, they're driving anyway. So let me do this. I saw another, did I see another hand? Oh, right here, yes.
Yes, hi, Jesse.
Hey, buddy.
So there's always a little conflict in my brain about like when you say, don't say I, but when it comes to owning an emotion and knowing that you have it, to admit it, it's like it's hard to say something and admit that I'm angry without saying I am angry because I mean, I look at it as it's saying I, the personality of a demon or whoever that I is angry. And I recognize that there's anger there, but I'm just saying it somehow has to be owned, I feel like. If I don't own it, then I can't do anything with it.
What do you mean? How are you going to own something and you're not even there?
Well, right. That's exactly correct. So what I see myself doing is separating from it right away, like going, oh, my body is angry, my mind, my soul, like, is looking at my body.
Well, the body is not angry. The spirit that lives in the body,
right?
That's where the demon dwells, right?
Exactly.
It's angry, but it's not you.
But it's not me.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. I have
and so don't say I'm angry. You could see it without saying it.
Okay.
And when you see it without saying it, you're going to see that it is not you.
When you say don't do anything and ease into it, one of my first, I guess, thoughts, or I don't know if it's a thought or a practical thing, is to say just breathe, because sometimes I feel like I'm forgetting to breathe or I'm hyperventilating, and whatever it is, it's causing me to, it's overwhelming me. I have to just say,
but when
breathe.
I say don't do anything, I mean don't communicate with it, don't have a conversation with it. And if you're not having a conversation with it, you're conscious, you're present, you see what's going on. But if you're having a conversation with it, oh, I'm angry, I gotta cut this out,
Right.
I did this. If you're communicating with it, then you're not conscious with God, you're conscious with evil.
So as consciousness
So
with God.
conscious means no communication at all.
I got you.
Amazing. Right here. Lord, I can't wait to hear how many demons she sees.
You know, it's funny that you read my mind, because the woman that said she pulled out that cue card and started saying all those numbers, I was like, she has lost her ever-loving mind by doing that equation. And what's interesting is I started to listen to everyone here. I had an attachment to every demon that they had mentioned because I hadn't done the assignment. And you start looking at one demon, like she mentioned the demon of acceptance. And then I thought to myself, yes, I have that.
Yeah.
But then I also have the demon of needing something from someone.
Yes.
And then I also have the demon of owing someone something.
Yes.
This feeling of, I owe you this. I owe you to be kind. I owe you to open the door. I owe you to be a woman of character. All of these. And so her numbers started to make
started to add up
sense.
really fast.
I was like, oh my God, that is crazy. So then you stop taking ownership of it, and I'm thinking, she's not crazy, but that is crazy.
Yes.
That's
Absolutely.
crazy. So yeah, this was an interesting, very interesting assignment. And then I started to feel a little bit of fear, because I'm like, in this space, in this forum, it all comes up. This fellowship is where it all happens. Now I got to go out there, and everyone's not here with me, you know? So yeah.
That's another demon.
Yep, it is.
It really is.
Yeah.
Amazing. So do you understand now that don't communicate with thoughts at all?
Yeah. And I was struggling, and I struggled with this since I walked in this door, with not being able to detach from it's not me until this assignment. Now it makes sense, because maybe it was I just needed to name the demons. Maybe I needed to just see them as demons, because I just kept thinking, like, what do you mean it's not me? What do you mean? The voice in my head sounds just like me.
Yeah.
You know, but then, like you said, like, I don't want to be jealous. I don't want to feel like I owe people something and then it controls my actions. I don't want to do those things.
Right.
So now there was a connection that happened. So
What made you were not here last week, but what made me think of this assignment for last week? I went to a business, another business, and I had to pull into the parking lot. They have those little gate thing go up and down. And so
I heard that on the thing when the guy was nice, and
he
then
was all
of a
nice.
sudden-
When I was
Yeah.
leaving, he was all nice. I tipped him, and we were grinning. And I'm like, "Oh, you busy today?" He's like, "Yeah, Cece or she." I thought we liked each other. He was like, "Cece or..." I'm like, "This is a nice man." But when I got into that gate, they wouldn't go up to let me out. All of a sudden, he just became nasty and ticked. I was like, wow, those are demons in him.
Yep.
I understood they were demons.
Yep.
And because it was a nice demon, and then it was a mean demon. And it was just up and down. So I'm like, those are demons. And that's why I thought of an assignment, because all these different images in us, that like what you were saying, they're all demons. To be nice is a demon. To be mean is a demon. To be lonely is a demon. You got to be at the party is a demon. No one called me is a demon. I don't have love is a demon. I got to get married and have children is a demon. It's all a demon. It's all demons. We got a bunch of them. You're right. We got a bunch of them. So That's why I say if it takes a lifetime to become aware of these things, they're not you. Go for the lifetime. Stand by yourself. Go along for a lifetime. Your life is worth it. Isn't that amazing?
Amazing.
Okay, real fast. The black guy in the middle. You were here last week, right?
I was.
You from
Memphis.
Memphis?
Mm-hmm.
Coming from Memphis, I know you got a lot of demons.
Yeah.
How many did you see in you this week?
I counted about 3.
3, and what did they look like?
Honestly, they were ego, fear, and some lust. There was some lust.
So what?
Some lust.
Lust?
Yeah.
Oh, you sit over here.
Yeah.
Mr. Demons, I'd like for you to be Miss Demon. Lust Demon. And so
Yeah.
what did you do when you saw them? How did you deal with them last week? This week?
When I saw him, I just sat in it. I did some silent prayer, and it felt like I was on fire for a little minute. It got like real hot in the room, and I was just like, I could feel my throat kind of getting tighter. I was just like, like I can't breathe almost.
Hands up.
And yeah, almost like that. And and
oh God.
Thanks, and and I got through it. The light came through, and I really saw God's power at work. It was amazing.
If you leave it alone, you shall be saved from it. But you gotta let God do it. It's not about going to church, reading the Bible, naming Jesus, whooping and hollering, being the loudest in the church. It's about this work. We gotta work on ourselves.
Yep.
So stay with it.
Gotcha.
You're doing the prayer, right?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I'm working every mornings and nights for sure, but mornings I gotta get it together.
Yeah. Nice. This young lady that I gotta end. Did you see the demons in you this week?
I no longer identify them as demons, but I look at them as thoughts. And I did see a lot of thoughts.
And why not identify with them as demons? Because thoughts are demons.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm meaning.
Oh, okay.
That I look at them as being thoughts. And I seen a lot of thoughts, and I just watch them. I'm in practicing watching.
And what did you see this week?
A lot of woulda, coulda, shoulda. Like
Let me-
thoughts that say, "Oh, you could have did this, or you would have did that," and it's just, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I want you to know that they are demons, and those thoughts that you have are the thoughts of the demons. They're not. God's voice is a voiceless voice. He reveals things, right? But those thoughts are thoughts of the demons. That's why God doesn't want you to have these new thoughts that come with the demon attack. He doesn't want you to come up with another thought when it's not you coming up with it. But they are demon thoughts. So I want you to know that there are demons, so you can call it what it is.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so give me 3 things you saw, the 3 demons you saw in you.
I've had a lot of recent changes in my life that is kind of like outside of me, outside of my control, which I don't have control anyway. But then when thoughts would come, I would see like excitement about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's one.
Those are demons.
Yeah, that's one. And I just watch it and I look at it. There was another there was another situation where I wanted to go, and the thoughts were telling me to go and tell somebody how the cow ate the cabbage.
Yeah.
But it was sass mouthing. That's what I wanted to do.
Those demons love for you to tell people off.
Mm-hmm.
I told her off. I went and told him off. Those demons love for you to tell people off. Isn't that something? She did me wrong. Ooh, but I went and told her off. And you think you did something good. But go ahead.
Yeah, so that's what I seen. And when I said I don't identify them as demons, I didn't mean like exactly what you said, the thoughts are the demons because they're lies. It's just that I can see now that the thoughts aren't me. So that's what I mean. But I do understand exactly what you said.
Absolutely.
And then I just keep watching, keep watching, keep watching. And when I don't know what to do, it always comes back to don't do anything, have a wait and see attitude. And every time I have a wait and see attitude, it works out perfectly. And I don't have to do anything.
It can't fail when you wait and see.
Perfectly.
Yeah. Amazing. Okay. Let me do this. Everybody want to hear Hake's 3 demons this week, and then I'm going to end it. What's your 3 demons?
3 of them? Backseat driving.
He got that bad. You got it from your mama, right? Oh,
No, I don't know. I know that my grandmother, one time my grandmother, I was driving her, and she was like, and it was nothing. But, and it also gets in my head, because you'll be like, do you see something over there? And so now I'm like, trying not to look. Trying not to look even though I want to look. See? But I get, I go out of order. Like I'll look for something that I think I need to buy or whatever when I don't actually need it.
Those are thoughts of demons. Demon thoughts.
And I'll get stuck.
You'd be surprised how much money you wasted on demon thoughts. You thought he made you think you needed it, it made you think you want it. You get it, you know you want it. You put it in the closet. Isn't that something? But the demon told you to do it. You thought it was you. But that's a good one.
Yeah, and it'll get me stuck for like minutes on end or longer on something that I don't even need to be thinking about. Because I'll be kind of indecisive about it because it's not even the time to make the decision.
Right.
And planning or scheming to try to make something work or make something happen all the time.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Even hate has demons.
A homegrown Christian.
Is this helpful today? Is this your first time here? Yeah. Was this helpful for you today? Yeah, 100%. In what way? Hold on for me, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'll just...
What's your first name?
Billy.
Welcome, Billy.
Yeah.
Was this helpful for you?
Yeah, definitely.
In what way?
Oh, I've been listening to you for probably 3 years or so.
Oh, okay.
Been living I'm not in the country, been out of the country for like, I don't know, I live in Australia.
You live in Australia?
Yeah, yeah. So
whoa, welcome.
Yeah.
Any questions about anything?
No, it's all makes perfect sense because I've been listening to you for a long time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had, probably every demon that they've been talking about.
Everybody has them.
It influences, and it's like you said, you help take every thought into captivity.
Yeah.
Like I think for a lot of my life, I believed my thoughts, and it caused me to get in all kinds of trouble.
Yes.
And even with what this lady was saying, I remember that one where you were talking about the guy. I remember there's a guy that was in here. He was suicidal, and I remember you kind of were like, "Well, yeah, go off and kill yourself." I remember that, but
he was here at this meeting.
Yeah, he was in here. I think it was in here because I was
listening.
listening
Oh, you talking about Alex?
Yeah.
Oh Lord. I thought it was on the radio or something.
It was here, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was listening to it, and at first I was thinking, gosh, yeah, he's blasting this dude. But then at the end, when the guy left, like I totally get it, because if you're like I've been suicidal in the past because I've lost my family and career, lost the family and the career and the ability to live in the country and all that, and it you used to sit there and put a gun in my mouth and get the sugar prep like 3/4 of the way, and I never had the balls to do it, to be honest. Yeah. But then, and I knew God doesn't want me to do it, and that was why I didn't do it. But at the same time, people can get that and they can use that as a thrill, like you always say.
Yes.
And what they do is then they get off on getting supposed empathy from other people.
Absolutely.
And it's a thrill for them.
That's why
and they don't have the balls to do it anyway. Yeah.
That's why they need to know I'm about to kill myself.
You either do it or you don't. Yeah.
It's a thrill.
100%.
Yeah.
And when you realize that it's that, and you're like, oh, I'm the only one doing it to myself.
Yes.
And you got to get on with life and just deal with it. You might not like your life might suck or whatever, but it always changes no matter what.
Yeah.
Things will change. It
will.
changes maybe for the worse, maybe for the good. You don't know, but it will change. That's for sure.
But if you stop communicating with the devil,
100%.
It will never change for the worse. It will always get better because in God there is no worse.
Yeah.
It's only worse those who live in their imagination, who
Yeah.
has anger.
You've helped me a lot with that because I'm every morning I wake up like 4 a.m, work out before work. I always listen to all your podcasts and all your the sermons and hearing that.
Yeah.
And just listening to it, because I needed that. I need to sit there and just be quiet, be by myself, have no outside influence, nobody else influencing me, because you got so many things you go out of your house and there's people everywhere, and you listen to other people about what they have to say, and you're like, oh, maybe that guy's got it, Nah, it's not the way.
Stop doing that.
But it's like you said, the thoughts, bringing every thought into captivity,
Yeah.
and realizing that these aren't my thoughts, and yeah, it's helped me a lot.
Amazing.
It really has a lot.
Do they in Australia? Do they still have those little black people running around in the woods?
Actually, they're breaking into houses everywhere.
They're breaking into houses.
Yeah, it's a joke. It's a joke. You can't. You
They
can't
have
defend
smash
yourself.
and grab over there too.
Not as much like
they
where
just
the
outright
whole
break
bunch
in.
of people. No, they'll come in. The government just kind of they just let them break into people's houses, and people can't defend themselves. And
Amazing.
Yeah, it's different, but it's the same. There's like a lot of lefty mentality over there.
Yeah. Well, welcome, man.
Thank you. It's
Yes,
nice to
sir.
meet you.
Yeah, thank you. Right here. Was this helpful for you today?
Yes, it was. It was helpful.
This is your first time here, right?
First time here, yeah.
And where you from?
Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Philadelphia, Philly.
Oh, Philly. That's right,
Yeah.
Philly. Any questions or comments about anything?
Just want to add on to what you were saying. Like, we are not our thoughts.
Right.
We're not our human body. We're the spirit.
Yeah.
The spirit is inside of us. So don't let our mind belong to the world. We get influenced by the things belonging to the world. I think more so listen to our heart, because we are our spirit is in our heart, is in our body. So that's what I think. So just want to add on to that.
Have you seen demons in you this week?
Not that I know of. No, I don't think so. No.
Did you pay attention?
Pay attention, yeah.
Do you have any?
No.
Oh, no, you got some.
I do?
Oh.
Yeah.
They there.
I haven't
Look,
seen
your,
them.
Your girlfriend roll her eyes.
Yeah. I haven't seen them, to be honest. I haven't seen
anything.
anything.
Like, he think he ain't having a demon. I see him. No, but pay attention. They're there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, no, I won't say it.
What's that?
I know one of your demons.
Go ahead, say it.
But I can't say it.
Why not?
Because we counseled together and I don't
Yeah.
want to say it.
Okay, that's cool.
But your girlfriend, though.
Yeah.
One demon knows another one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But just watch it. It could be, like everybody has said, this could be being nice. It could be wanting love. It could be trying to teach and save other people. It could be jealousy, envy, strife, revenge. It could be it could be anything. It could be getting angry at other people because they don't agree with you or disagree. It could be trying to be like someone else. It could be anything. So just watch those little things. It's those little things that we take for granted that is ours or not a big deal, right? Just watch for those things. All right?
All right, cool.
Amazing. I got to do this real fast. The young lady woman tell me about her demon, and I got to end in the brown, yeah. I can tell you saw a lot of demons.
I did?
How many did you see this week?
Can I ask a question first?
No.
No.
Not until you tell me about the demon. No, what's the question?
My question, when you speak of overcoming, and in regard and connecting it to the question of having demons, do they go away or do they cease to influence you but they stay?
Once you
When
become
you-
aware of them,
Yeah.
they have to depart from your body, your mind, body, and everything. You become clear.
So you don't even hear them again?
You won't hear, isn't that amazing? Good question. You won't hear them. You only hear the voice of truth.
Oh,
Because you won't hear them because they won't be there. They have to go live in someone else.
oh, okay. Okay.
And then that's when thinking stops. And then you start to think with the knowledge of God. He would teach you to think in how to run your business, how to go to work, what you want for dinner. He's going to use logical thinking, which will be fine.
So as long as you can still hear them, even though they don't influence you, they're still there?
No, eventually they want you to be there.
Oh, okay.
Right now, when you wake, now that you're waking up to them, and you're going to stop communicating with them, you're going to hear them, but they are begging you to communicate with them. They are
To
begging
react.
you to act, to communicate. But if you don't, you just have, as Hake was saying, or somebody was saying, stay present, have a way to see. By not communicating at all, they will be taken away from you. Because they're in the mind and the feelings are in the body, they're not in you.
They're in the mind.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you ask the question, how is does it make any difference to ask it in such a way that you say, what demons are in your mind, rather than what demons do you have? Because I don't know whether that becomes part of the reason why the narrative of saying, I have this, remains. I don't know if that makes sense.
I'm sorry, repeat that.
Does it make any difference if the question was, what demons are in your mind, or do you hear, rather than do you have? Because if you have them, then they're yours. That kind of mind, I don't know.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
No, when I say what demon, I'm asking what kind of demon made a home in you.
What have you noticed about yourself?
Yeah.
Okay,
What
so-
demons have made a home in you? Because it's in the mind, it's in your body. You feel it in your body,
Right.
but it's not in you. But we're just communicating so you can understand what we're talking about.
Right, right. So what I noticed this week, one was insisting on being heard.
Being heard?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good one. Joel got that one bad. No, I'm saying.
So, in the name
I'm
of...
joking. You said hurt or heard?
Heard.
Heard.
Yes, like in the name of clarifying, like if you didn't get it, I'll repeat myself so you can hear it.
Women got that one bad.
Yeah.
That demon is, you didn't listen to me. Did you hear me? You're not paying attention to what I said. They really want to be heard with those demons. Amazing.
And then another is not liking to be told when I think I'm right.
Women got that one bad.
Yeah.
You name all of the female demons today. Yep.
And then the others, some I've started to notice before it happens, like where you want to influence the outcome of a discussion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those are demons.
Yeah.
So from now on, when that happens,
Yeah.
and you want to complain about, oh, did not hear me, stop.
Yeah.
Don't complain. And don't communicate. It'll be taken away from you.
Oh, and then one more. What do you do about feeling blamed and wanting to defend yourself?
Demons.
But what do? You just
Nothing,
You
just
just
watch
don't
it.
defend yourself.
Don't
You just
defend
let
yourself.
them
There's no one there to
accuse you
defend.
wrongly.
Do not defend yourself.
Do not defend yourself.
And you're going to see there was never no one there to defend. It's an illusion.
So how do you bring to light what is true about the situation if someone has misunderstood?
You don't.
You don't?
Yep. And what you do is stop trying to defend it, and the light will shine in you, and you'll be free of that person and that situation. Never try to prove anything to anyone, period.
Okay. Yes.
That's how you bring it to light.
Yeah, but for sure, there were, I lost count.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And look at her list.
I'm sure she lost count too.
Yeah. But stop defending yourself. Mm-hmm. Stop arguing with the devil in the mind and inside of other people. There's nothing to argue about. There's no you. If you need to speak up about something, speak up, but don't argue about it. Don't go back and forth about it or anything. All right? Amazing. Where you from?
Uganda.
And where are you from? Where?
East Africa.
Oh.
Yeah.
East Africa?
Yeah.
Is that by Uganda? Yes. Wow. All the way from Africa. Any question about anything?
Just a comment on where I think the demons reside. I recently had emergency surgery. My body was very weak, but my mind was so clear. And as my body got stronger, it's like the thoughts slowly started coming.
Yeah.
So that gave me the impression that the demons, they must die with the body. And I don't know, they get strong. They like a young, strong body. That's what I learned.
The demons, of course, they dwell in the mind, right? But the emotions of the demons in the body are in the body. That's why when we physically die, we want to be free of the demons. Because if you physically die with the demons, you're stuck. No way out of hell. You're already catching hell on earth, right? All these different things, you're catching hell on earth. But if you die like that, there's no way out. But if you overcome the ego while you live, and when you drop your body, you're still in eternal life. You'll be free. You're gonna you're gonna live the way you die.
And how would you explain my experience that my mind was so clear, my mind was so sharp because there were no thoughts?
I don't know, because I don't know what what was going on at the time. So are you doing the silent prayer?
Yeah.
Oh, you are doing it.
Yeah, a lazy one, but I'm doing it.
Right on. I don't know. I don't want to make up anything, but if you were able to see, that's where you want to be. You want to be, but I don't know what that was. Have you forgiven your mother?
You know how you say 99.99%? I'm the 0.00%. I had an amazing dad, an amazing upbringing. My anger developed in like my mid-20s.
Yeah.
So when I heard you, it made so much sense because most people might not remember what clarity was, but I do.
Right on. Nice. Do you know him? And where you from?
Nice to meet you. I'm from Chicago.
Oh, you didn't come from an African country?
My parents are Nigerian.
Oh, yeah, that's what you said, Nigerian. Yeah. Oh, okay. Nice. Amazing. I'm out of time. Real fast, yes. I'm sorry? Oh, the biblical question. Oh, that's right. Let me say this. Here's what I recommend now. As we've talked about today, I want you to encourage you to practice. Leave that space there. Don't answer to the devil. Don't don't let him give you another thought about anything. If you feel fear, if you feel lonely, you feel this or that, and you notice that it's there, don't say, well, I feel lonely, so I have to make a call, or I need to go and buy something, or I need to do something. Don't do that. Leave it blank. And you will be present with God. And God will save you from that. Stop communicating with the devil inside of you by coming up with answers. It's not you. And he wants you to come up with different thoughts so he can dwell in you and make you, and you're just going around in hell making the same mistakes over and over again thinking you're hearing from God. So I want you to practice that. Stop Having it's so deep too, when you stop responding to thoughts and feelings. All right. So do the silent prayer. Stay with it. Did you do the prayer? Real fast. Did you do the silent prayer?
Not this morning. No, I didn't.
You did it yesterday?
When we were together, yes.
When we were together?
Mhm.
You haven't done it since then?
No.
What a beta. How you going to get better? Did your boyfriend tell you about the silent prayer?
No.
He hasn't shown it to you or anything?
No.
I thought you loved her. Where's the love, huh? He know you're in hell. He won't tell you how.
Exactly.
Give her the paper so she can't trust him. You're not going to tell her. Do the silent prayer.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. So I want you to work on that this week. I recommend you work on it. And I want to encourage you, stay with it. Stay with it. Don't worry about how long it's going to take. That's the devil. How difficult it is. No one said it'll be easy. You're working on you. Stop judging yourself. There's no one there to judge. Stop putting yourself down. There's no one there to put down. It's all an illusion. Stop it, stop it, stop it. And just live your life. The devil has no power, no authority. Resist the devil and he will flee from you. Meaning resist those thoughts and feelings and he will flee. All right? So, brand new biblical question for this week. Brand new biblical question. What is it, Joel? Joel Black. What? You give Joel the mic. What's the biblical question?
I forgot.
I told you you're black. You're black. What is the biblical question, Anchor Baby?
New one? I don't know.
You don't know? We talked about it. Oh,
No, you didn't.
I'll tell you in a minute.
Not to me.
What's the biblical question? Who is dumber?
I didn't know that was the biblical question.
Men or women? Who is dumber? Isn't that like an amazing question? What a biblical question. 3 people are going to tell me real fast. Who's dumber, men or women?
Women.
Women. Who is dumber, men or women?
I think men.
Men. Who in the blue shirt? Who's dumber, men or women?
I think it depends on the man or the woman. There's some dumb women out there. There's some dumb men out there.
Who is dumber, men or women?
I don't know the answer to that.
Last person. Who is dumber, men or women?
I would probably say women because we overthink so much that we complicate things way too much.
Amazing. Who is dumber, men or women?
I think we're all retarded.
Who is
But
dumber?
women.
Who is
I
dumber?
choose women.
I'm sorry?
I choose women.
What?
Women.
Women are dumber?
Sure.
Ooh. The honeymoon is over. Joel, who is dumber, men or women?
It's both pretty dumb, but I don't have an answer. I really don't. I don't have an honest answer.
We talked about this on the radio.
Right, and I said the same thing.
I know. I mean, and you didn't remember the question. Who is dumber? Did you tell me that?
No.
Who is dumber?
Men.
Men? Men.
Definitely.
What's his name? What's your name?
Omid.
Monto. His real name is Omid.
Monto.
That's my PR guy now. I don't know his name. He has one of those Allahu Abba names. Omid. Who is dumber, men or women?
Women.
Women. Raymond, you got last word. Last word. Who is dumber, Raymond?
Men.
Men. Who is dumber?
I think it depends.
Who is dumber, men or women?
It depends. I've met dumb men. I've met dumb women.
Who is dumber, men or women?
I stand by my answer.
Okay. That's not the question. Who is dumber? You don't know?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
I want to say men, but I want to not know. I want to be in that space where I don't know.
Who's dumber? Right here, the glasses.
Men, without a doubt. Because can I just say real quick, I'm going to say real quick why? Because they're responsible for everything that's gone wrong because they relinquish their control
all the
to.
men don't like you now.
They relinquish their control to women. That's why they're
Who's dumber?
Women.
Women.
Yes.
Amazing. Frankie, who is dumber, men or women?
Women.
Women. Duh.
I got a little dilemma because on one hand, women just make up all these crazy
Who
ideas.
is dumber,
that go with
men
it.
or women?
I'm gonna say men because men put up with all the crazy stuff.
Who is dumber?
Men.
Men. Who is dumber so you and your girlfriend can fight?
Woman.
Who is dumber?
Woman.
Women. Ooh.
That's the reality. It's the truth.
Okay, I'm out of time. That's the question. So listen, work on yourself. You're gonna love working on yourself. The more you do it, the funner it become, all right? You gotta work on you, stay with you, stay with you, stay with you. Don't try to bring someone along. If someone asks, tell them the knowledge of how to find it. Go and forgive your mother and your father, do the silent prayer, but you can't save them. Don't preach at them. No matter family members or whomever, all right? But work on you, God is with you, really. But you gotta let go of the false self. You must die in order to live. You must die from the ego, all right? We'll do the super chats tomorrow, Monday, and all that on the show. Don't forget to donate, support by going to rebuildingtheman.com. Amazing fellowship. Thank y'all. That was deep. Amazing.